Alright, so today we're going to look at Marvel Legends Hulkbuster Iron Man. Now this just arrived at my doorstep today, this evening, and I'm just going to straight out the bat give you my first impressions. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's just the run or maybe I just got a bad Hulkbuster Iron Man figure, but there's a lot of paint scratching as in chips. I can show you one example here in his torso, right there. And then if we go look at his arm or his shoulder pads there, right there. And there's looks like there's some back. It's hard to see here, but there's a chip right there. So disappointing. And I think when I was moving this joint here, part of this paint came off here. Actually, I can see one right here. Look at that, right there. Unfortunate, yeah. And not only that, but there's this on his chest here. This is kind of a scuff mark, not a chip, but a scuff mark. So overall, disappointing. In terms of the size, he's awesome, and I like Iron Man in general. So I had high hopes for this, and indeed, I actually I've had this guy here and this guy here, Deathlock and War Machine. So these don't have any of those types of problems. So yeah, I'm disappointed, especially on the figure of this size and this type of character. I was really disappointed. In terms of articulation, pretty much this head opens up, and we can see inside there is Mr. Stark, and a pretty nicely detailed cockpit, and his head rotates a little bit like that. So that's kind of nice to have that there in this snapshot. Let's see, shoulder. This is soft plastic, almost like rubber here. It's permanently attached to the shoulders, but then you've got these this is a ball joint here. I think this can rotate 360. It's kind of awkward there. Anyways, so then you've got rotation in the upper arm there, and then in terms of the elbow, it rotates you can see there's a joint right there. Not much, just amount of that, like a few degrees of articulation there. All right, so torso. He's got a nice torso articulation there, and then of course the 360 with the waist. Coming up to the knees, probably has one of the best articulation of all the joints there. It's a 90-degree bend there, so that's pretty good. And then on the feet, you've got side to side a little bit, and then you've got an individual joint there that's on the toe of the boot, like so. So let's take a look at him next to one of the let's take a look at him next to War Machine, like I just briefly showed you earlier. So you can see just not so much of a height advantage as much as it's girth advantage, I guess. So it's a very nice, decent size, as far as making a good display piece and all that. But I'm disappointed. I'm also disappointed in the second disappointment is the color. Gold is fine. I like that. It's this red color. It's a kind of almost a really brighter red than I expected. I expected it to be more of the maroon or darker red. and they, as you can see, they've applied some black ink to the to highlight some of the details in the legs and the arms and the chest and so forth. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the color. I mean, I'll keep him. He's a nice figure for display, and the sheer size of him is cool. But I think don't know if I could recommend him, except if you're going to complete your collection, or you really like Iron Man, or you just like big figures. So, alrighty. So that's my review: Hulkbuster Iron Man in the Marvel Legends line. Alright, guys. Later.